Hi there, Anna K. Morris here with a quick coaching video for you today. And if you watched my last, I think it was the one before, I was talking about making lemonade out of lemons, right? Like, what do you do? For me, it was when my computer shut down, completely stopped working, and I was planning to drop my podcast July 1st. It's still not dropped, and I think today is July 2nd. So it'll happen when it happens. But something that I want you to think about and to remember and hear, maybe for the first time, but probably not, is when things aren't working, it is really important to pay attention because of this. When they are not working, it's because something is out. Two things. One of two things. It might be both. You're either out of integrity, right? Integrity is always the first place that I look. And if it's still not working and your integrity is in, you're out of alignment. Meaning, I'll just go ahead and use the example. So some things have happened in my husband's life. I'm sure he will not appreciate me talking about this, but what the hell? Right? Like our life, my whole life is my coaching business because I'm constantly using the tools that I know in my own life and on my family. Things have really been like so hard and challenging for him lately. And it feels like right now, and I was just on a call with a client about like feeling like she's in a pressure cooker, right? And that's pretty similar to how Derek has been feeling. So the first place to look, as I just said, is integrity. Like, where is your integrity out? And can you put it back in, right? So example, I shared about putting integrity in. This is my marriage license. I finally got my name changed. Jack is so cute. He's running around saying like, my mommy is Anna Coppola Morris, Anna Coppola Morris, because for a long time, like my name wasn't actually, not for a long time, for 10 years, my name wasn't actually that way. And it always felt disingenuous with my coaching business to be Anna K. Morris, but that's not really my name. So it felt like fraudulent. And so Derek has been taking a look at like, okay, like this stuff is coming up. Like, where am I out of integrity? Like his laptop is totally not working and bogged down because like it's super, super old and he's running like really high caliber design programs on it, and they're not really equipped to like go back that far. So he really probably needs a new laptop. But then there's been some money stuff that's been coming up and like all this stuff, and like it feels like a pressure cooker. Okay, so he's putting integrity back in and it's still not working. Okay, so that's where I'm talking to you. If you're like, Anna, my integrity is in, I've been putting it in, I'm working on it, like we're good, it's still a pressure cooker, it's still not working. Okay, because that's where Derek's been. It's because you're out of alignment, and doing more, harder, and more, and harder, and more, and harder, and more doesn't actually work. You've got to take a step away. You've got to take a step away from the whole thing. It's like, I'll give you a perfect example. I was in pharmaceutical sales for 10 years, a decade. Most of my, like all of my 20s, mid-20s to mid-30s. And I knew from the beginning, like, this is close. I like it. I love people. I love helping them. This is so much fun. I love building relationships. I love hearing about people. Like the coach in me was always like loving it, loving it, loving it. And then I would like go to these sales meetings and feel like yucky and never, ever, ever want to get promoted and like wanted to fly under the radar, but I'm not really somebody that flies under the radar. So that didn't work. And so I would just like have to go and find a new job, and I would find a new job, and I like moved around, and it was always, and every time I got a new job in the same industry, I would get really sick. Now, sick shows up in different ways. I would get really bad hives, like debilitating hives. Like my eye was like Will Smith in like whatever that movie was with Eva Mendes. What was that movie? If you're watching this, write in the comments, what was that movie? And like, I was like that. I remember my knees swelling up so much that I couldn't walk. I had a club foot one time. Like it was like the craziest thing. And I would keep trying to like go to work and I couldn't, because I like couldn't, like my ear was like Dumbo. Anyway, so, and if you study Louise Hay at all, getting a little off track, but I'm going to land this. Where is that book? It's my favorite. You Can Heal Your Life, right? So Hives is so good. Small Hidden Fears, Mountains Out of Molehills, because I actually knew I was out of alignment by staying in that industry. And like, no surprise, I went over into like yoga and meditation and Eastern medicine. And now like I'm using affirmations to like heal sicknesses and taking a look at the root and the energy of what's going on rather than like take a pill. Like that's not in integrity for me. Great if you do, no problem, but it wasn't in alignment. So I continued to have bosses that didn't work, jobs that didn't work. I wouldn't make the kind of money I wanted to make. I would feel frustrated. I felt trapped, like all of these things. It wasn't until I started building my own business in wellness consulting on the side that then I realized like, oh, I actually love this job and I can make this work in a small amount of hours and like, this is great. So I actually didn't leave my job and then just started a business on the side and loved it. My point in all of that, why? Why did I start loving the job that I hated and was making me sick? It's because I was out of alignment. I wasn't doing, if you go to The Big Leap, one of my favorite books by Gay Hendricks. I'm so excited. I'm asking him later today to be on my podcast. And it's all about your zone of genius. Like that was my zone of excellence. I could do it all day long. I looked really good doing it. I made some good money, no problem. However, it wasn't my zone of genius. My zone of genius is coaching, period. I can see into people's lives really, really fast and know the next right move for them. And I don't even know how to explain it. Like I just know. And I've always known. I have trainings and certifications and all that shit, but I knew before, right? Like that's just like enhancing a skill that for some reason is innate in me. And that's the same that I'm watching with my husband. He's close. He's in an industry that he loves, but he's not doing the work that he's meant to do. And so he keeps hitting his head on the wall and he's going crazy and his life sucks. Not like me and the kids, but his work life is not good. Why? Because he's not leaning in to his alignment, his zone of genius. His zone of genius is designing kitchens. And second to that is bathrooms. Like he goes into this like crazy computer vortex of like geeking out on cabinet plans. And then he wants to show them to me and he wants me to be excited. And I honestly can't see in 2D. So I have no idea what he's looking at. Like I'm the person that has to like be in the kitchen. So like he's doing all these renderings and da. And he can do it forever. Like I've never seen anybody, like he can stay up till 3:00 in the morning doing like cabinet plans. He loves it and he's so genius at it. And as a cook, like he thinks of everything. It's his total zone of genius. So him like actually like swinging the hammer, doing a lot of the work that he's been doing for the last 5 years is close. And now that he's put his integrity in, like he had some integrity out, so he's put it in. Now that he's putting it in, it's still not working. Why? Because it's not in alignment with his soul. He is meant to design. He is meant to build from nothing. He is built to reconfigure, right? To do those amazing kitchens that people like wait their whole lives to have. Like he can do it now, right? He can help people have them now and do those plans. And then the builder can go through and like execute it and all that. And oh, by the way, he also wants to build houses and like he totally should. But like this one thing, if he were willing to just like shout it from the rooftops how much he loves it, how natural he is at it. He's been doing it since he was 4 years old, y'all, right? Like that's what he's been drawing. It would all work. It would actually work. And what happened earlier today is that he started seeing that it could work. And he started making a few calls and he reached out to a guy who's actually doing exactly what he wants to be doing. And he's understanding how he does it. And now he can just do that. And oh my gosh, it's so much fun and it's so easy. And now he has all these calls and can you feel the momentum? And yes. And when life is giving you lemons, please take a look right? If you haven't watched my video about the pause, about pausing to see what there is to see, integrity first, alignment second, or interchangeable, it doesn't matter, right? You already know if you're out of alignment, but I will say that like it makes a difference to put the integrity into place. So I love you. A little bit longer of a video, but I hope this helps you. Please know that if you're spinning and spinning and spinning around, I have a few more spots for coaching clients this summer. I'm not taking very many, and then I'm switching gears in September to start working with people for 6 months. We're going to go on a trip together. I'm going to do a VIP day. So I'm going to be opening that up soon, but that will be September 1st. So if you want to work with me for 3 months, dive deep into your life, I have about 4 spots left, and I can't take more than that because you've seen my life with the houses and the kids and the dogs and all the things. So I work with you to get like super clear about what it is that you want and how you want to build your life. And oh, by the way, that's exactly what I've done with mine. So I will not take more than what feels good for me, right? And that's what I help you do. Okay. I love you. Okay. Bye.